What's up, everyone? It's Carrie, aka Nerdygirlcreates. Welcome back to Otaku Tuesday. And boy, do we have stuff to talk about tonight, including the unfortunate passing of Akira Toriyama, creator of Dragon Ball, as well as getting into some big news with some anime and our top 5 first mangas we ever read. First, remind everybody, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let's say hi to the panel. Back with us. Hi, Bizarre. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing well. How is everyone?
We're
Doing
doing
great.
good. How's the channel going? Anything new coming up?
I have still a lot of videos that I need to edit. So
Oh my
I feel
gosh.
you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
yeah, I got it down to 3 videos, and then now I made 3 more, so I'm back at 6.
I'm still working on 1.
I'm working on
Yes.
9.
I'm still playing with my editing software. I'm about to switch over to another one.
This is why Mark looks just so well rested and she looks all good right
I
now.
know.
Like she hadn't worked on everything.
Yep.
Everyone else is like, oh.
Yeah, I can never find a good editing software because there's always like something that I like better on each one. So it's like I wish I could find those things on all put together into one, but
Yeah.
Powers combined.
yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Ultron come together. Or one robot.
Well, like I said, it feels like CapCut is really doing a lot for free, so I would definitely recommend checking that one out.
Okay, I will. Yeah.
I've been hearing good things about that. I might check it out too. Hi, Mark.
Oh, me.
Hi.
How are
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Just read manga and not much else.
I see that. That's fine. Read manga. Read away.
Yes, I'm getting my
my
TBR down. I'm close to being under 400, so I'm excited.
I get that. And Bo, my co-host, what's up?
Hey, well, I got some time off finally, and I'm going to catch up on a bunch of stuff. Cleaning mostly, and reading, and possibly trying to talk my wife into getting me another bookshelf because I ran out of room.
Oh snap!
I feel you.
But yeah, it is pretty sad. We heard about Akira. That's something we'll get into here in a little bit. But that one I felt, and I think a lot of us have our own stories about that. But looking forward to talking about it.
I just kind of feel like there's been a succession of great mangakas going by, and it's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, protect Oda.
Yeah.
Oda.
And Rumiko Takahashi.
Oh no, that's the other one. She's oh dear. Yeah.
Was she like 60 something? I think.
Which one is she?
Yeah.
Rumiko Takahashi, Inuyasha, and all those. Yeah.
Yeah. What was this last comment?
Like, why does this have to happen now more than ever? I get it.
Yeah.
It's
like a lot of them started off around the same time, and it feels like this is around the season, or not around these few years we might see more. And knock on wood, hopefully not. I mean, long live who we have now. It's just it's sad because we know about the crazy conditions that they work under and the crunch times, and it's depressing. But I try to show support by just buying more and more manga, but I don't know what else I can do.
It's then you, like you said, with the health issues, the mangaka for Hunter x Hunter, he's always holding off on finishing because he's getting sick a lot. There's just been some who's just stopped altogether because of health issues. It's kind of like I want the chapters on a regular basis, but at the same time, I want them to think about their health too, and not to be like pushing it. Yeah, it's like I don't want you to kill yourself to get that chapter out.
Yeah, don't remind me about that one. Kevin Conroy, man, that one hurt a lot for me. Because I don't know how many times I watched the animated series.
And if you don't know who Arlene Sorkin is, she was the voice of Harley Quinn in Batman the Animated Series.
Yep.
Oh wow.
She also passed away.
Yeah.
Ah,
And was that the manga for Yu-Gi-Oh? What was the other one?
Berserk.
Berserk. Yeah. So we're losing all the greats. So yes, Oda, please take care. Take care of your health, man. So, because we cannot go without an ending with that. We need to know how that ends.
Mm.
So
I have
that
loved
right?
a lot of the tributes, though. I've seen people
Yeah.
do where they've drawn stuff. There was one my friend Gabe shared with us where it's at heaven and the guy at the desk, what's his name again? The one, and he goes, "Was I good?" He goes, "No, I've told you this. You were great."
Oh. Yeah,
It
there's
was
been a
just like,
lot of great fan art.
Mm.
Oh
yeah,
shoot. Yeah, it's sad that we had some cloud chasers online, but don't want to give that too much notice. Just at least acknowledge it. But it's sad that people will cloud chase on that.
yeah. I've noticed it. It kind of happens though, especially with the more popular the celebrity, or in this case, the
Mm.
mangaka is. You've always got somebody who's got to come out and be the jerk. I
Yeah,
just say, don't feed the trolls.
Yeah.
Don't feed the trolls. Move on.
yeah.
Show your support, and then just move on.
As a troll myself, I'd say
Or
the
just
best way to fight it is to not not give them attention.
yes, we enjoy your trolling. Your trolling is at least entertaining.
Yes, it's what was it? Super Troopers. It's like my shenanigans are cheeky and fun. Their shenanigans are sad and cruel.
Say shenanigans one more time.
A place like to eat shenanigans. Oh,
My favorite part.
oh shoot!
Uh,
So what do we want to do today?
well, I know something that's going to make Mark really happy,
Mark.
and it's
Oh?
yeah, because Dan to Dan is going to be streamed by Netflix and Crunchyroll.
Yes! I saw that. I was so excited.
Oh wait. Mark, I'd be happy. I'm happy with that too. Don, that is one of my
I
favorites. I
know
introduced her to my. No.
It's my
this series is
like
so great.
favorite Shonen Jump title right now.
Yeah, if it weren't for me, she'd be still on Zom 100 instead of reading that.
No. When they
Oh,
All right,
talked
so
know,
who
about
was
the
that?
premise for Dan to Dan, I'm like, I'm in. It sounds crazy. Aliens, ghosts and
Yeah,
stuff. I'm totally in.
yeah,
Yes.
Dan is
In fact, if you guys use my templates on Instagram next month, Dan to Dan.
yes, really
does
great
somebody want to
story.
help? Yeah, I know what it's about.
Oh yeah. You have a story of basically ghosts and aliens both exist simultaneously, and you have two teenagers that battle both forces. One's taken over by a ghost and using that power, and the other one is using supernatural powers to fight aliens and ghosts. So it's actually pretty awesome. The chemistry between the main characters is palpable and entertaining as well. Everything's and the art is really great as well. You try to
And the comedy. I love the comedy in
The
this.
comedy is
It's
yes,
great.
hilarious.
it's out there. It's wild. And it will
Mhm.
be on Netflix as it shows on here, so that's going to be easier to access. Some people don't have Crunchyroll.
Yep.
I
It's going to be
also
good.
like that they're keeping the style of the art from the manga and the anime.
Yes,
Yeah.
Because
yes. Unlike
I've
Kaiju no
had an
Break.
issue with certain things lately, not looking like the manga
Yeah,
or the
Yeah.
webtoon.
there's a
I've
webtoon.
Yeah.
seen the true beauty images, and I'm like,
Yeah, True
you
Beauty is
Yeah.
a
two people.
manhwa, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
also a
It's
webtoon.
And what's
webtoon,
True
yeah.
Beauty about? I hadn't really even.
Mark,
All right, so I watched the K drama, and it's about this
drama's
girl.
great.
She gets bullied at school because she doesn't wear makeup, and she's kind of like she's not really pretty,
Not a 10.
but not a 10. But anyways, she moves schools. She over the summer she finds not Instagram, YouTube tutorials, and she does her makeup, and now she looks like a completely different person. She goes to this school, and everyone loves her now, and she goes to a different school. And anyways, there's this comic book shop that they always go to, and or she always goes to. Well, she wipes her makeup off, when she goes home, and then she goes to this comic book shop. Well, she meets this guy there, and they kind of like, they don't really like each other, at that point, but they have this relationship that grows.
They
And
bond over the
then
comics.
they bond over the comics, horror comics at that.
Oh.
And anyways, they go to school. She sees him at school, but she's got the full makeup on. He doesn't recognize her. So you can imagine all the shenanigans and comedy that ensue with that. It's so much fun. I highly recommend the K-drama because it's just perfection. It's like my favorite of all time, I think. Yeah, the comedy is just great. And I really want a comic book store like that in my neighborhood. That'd be so cool.
But y'all are talking about the animation or the art, something, the quality.
Yeah.
Down or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you look at the manga, it's really stylized. The manga, it looks really stylized. It's they really make the guys look good looking. Like if you're a K-pop fan, and I've pointed this out to Mark, a lot of the guys in the manga look like certain famous K-pop singers. When you see the anime, it looks very like downplayed, and it doesn't look as well done as and I'm just kind of like,
yeah, it looks flat.
It doesn't look the same. Yeah, it looks very flat.
It's shiny.
So true beauty.
Yeah.
So you give it a watch or
K-drama?
Okay,
K-drama's great. I think K-drama executes certain elements better.
Yeah.
Than the webtoon.
I tell you what, I'll give this one a watch on Twitter, see how it is. But I think I might just be manga only on this one. And it's rare when we have an anime that has worse art than the mangas. But here we go.
I don't know what they were thinking there. I was like, I watched the latest trailer and I'm like, I was gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and think maybe they were gonna clean it up and it would be better. But then I'm like,
But it's got overwhelming reviews, and I think it's a lot of people that aren't reading the manga, so they're not used to what it could be. But it's got a great premise. It's got a great story. The only thing is, if you're going in there blind, you might actually just love it, because again, the bare bones. I mean, it's a great story, and it's got a lot of things people love. You have an actual protagonist that is not in high school, who's actually in his 30s working, and becomes a kaiju for an organization that fights them. So yeah, it's really awesome. But again, I think for us that have read it, we see the art style, and that kind of takes us out of it. Which I probably shouldn't be like that. I should just be celebrating. But I just like.
But it kind of hurts like when it's like one of your favorites, and it's just not good in your opinion, and you just feel bummed about
One Punch Man.
We'll see with season 3.
That one. But it does look good. Go Loser Rangers.
Oh yeah.
More like. So.
Yeah, Ranger Reject would have been better, but yeah, Go Loser Rangers is the title for the other anime that's coming up. Basically, The Boys Meets Power Rangers is what we've all been saying. Did I hear Kaiju? Yes, you did.
Guys weren't really the bad guys.
Right. So yes, that Kaiju number 8. I think it's awesome that we're streaming it on Twitter as well. We can just jump on there and watch it. I don't think it's really a big deal. I don't think it's an overall negative, or I can't see any negatives towards it. Do y'all?
No, it's just kind of like I wish that the art was a little more like that. Well, I think that's what's taking me out, but everything else looks like the story looks fine.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So, yeah. Um, I'm still on the Twitter thing. Like, I think they're trying to build on that because they want it to be an everything app, and eventually hopefully they'll start bringing more content creator stuff on there and paying them.
On Twitter.
Yeah, I've seen some people. I mean, It's a Gundam posted his check was like $13, and I was like, I would not get anywhere near his numbers, and yeah, I don't think I'd make a penny.
Oh, they already
Is
have
my
a
camera
trailer out
lagging?
of it.
Do I?
They already have a trailer for Dandadan.
Yeah, or something.
Oh, I didn't know.
Or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is. It's out there. I'd play it, but then I don't know what my internet
Right,
connection right now
yeah.
because apparently my video is lagging.
I'll definitely be watching like after
Yeah.
the stream because I just thought it was announced. I
It
didn't know
looks
they had a
good.
trailer out. Yeah,
It looks
Yay.
good.
Gonna be
My
great.
only thing is with this whole thing with Twitter streaming it, and this is my thing, and it's not just anime, it's my thing with apps in general.
Mm,
I'm sick of paying like and for every multiple
everything.
apps just to get one or two shows. Like
Yeah.
High Dive, I like High Dive, but then I'm also paying for Crunchyroll. There's stuff on Crunchyroll I want to see, and
Yeah.
now there's stuff on
Mhm.
Netflix I want to see, and then it's like
It's been a meme. And they
yeah,
always told us that this would happen. We go eventually back to paying cable prices for a string of services instead of
just
just
don't even
we
have
used to have
cable
payroll.
anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't
So I'm
imagine.
just
There's
paying
people
for
that
apps
pay
now.
for cable now and all the streaming services. That's just
Oh
wild.
my goodness. No.
No,
I like
$500
cycle
a
mine.
month.
Like I'll do Netflix and then I'm like get sick of that. Then I'll go to
Mhm.
Hulu, get sick of that.
I call it leapfrogging. You just watch it
Yeah.
whatever you want, then cancel it 1 month, then go to something else, cancel it in the next
Exactly.
month. You
Yeah,
can
that
always catch up.
that's what my brother does with Disney Plus. He waits till the shows he wants to see comes on, and then he
Mhm.
reactivates it.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
yeah. I
the
normally
problem
wait.
is with anime, it's never ending.
Yeah. Oh, was that bizarre?
I'm sorry, bizarre.
Oh no, I normally wait until they have like those deals with like you can add on for a couple
Yeah.
months for like $2.99. I'm like, yes, I'll do that. So,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
because I think
I would
Hulu and
think
Disney Plus have a thing
yeah,
yes,
together.
that's
Yeah.
what my brother has.
I have Disney Plus for like $2.99, and I have I think it's like Paramount Plus with Showtime for like $10, which is good because you get like both. It's like
Yeah.
$5 each
Mhm.
one. I added that one on. So yeah.
All right.
I think cable
You gotta play the
companies should
game.
come up with a package plan where you can get all these apps for one set price. That's not ridiculous.
No, I don't want them working together. I want them all working against each other.
Oh.
Yeah, lower them prices.
Manga Slaw picked up Netflix
Mhm.
Avatar, and it was a baller and so good.
Of
And
course, Manga
Netflix has
Slot had to
actually been
sweep in
starting to
here
get better stuff
with
on
a
there.
fire comment. Hot take.
Netflix has been getting better stuff on there, so I haven't canceled Netflix recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my wife loves Last Airbender, the cartoon. She watched the series, and it's just she enjoyed it. I would say a lot of us kind of think it's fine. Best live action adaptation. Hot take. No, I disagree.
I've never seen it. I can't comment.
Better than the movie? That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah. If you're comparing it there, yeah, sure.
It's not a high bar.
No, I still.
I don't think it's horrible.
I'm still
It
sitting on
started
One
off. I was
Piece
like,
now.
I like One Piece. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was.
they're gonna start. That's the other news. They're gonna start filming in June the second season.
Yes.
Nice.
I can't wait for that. That was again so great. I'm glad I was wrong on that. This stuff I saw towards the end before it came out, I was like, it's not looking good. I'm seeing some red flags, but it came out, and I'm glad to be wrong. Cowboy Bebop, I held on hope to the very end. I watched that all the way to the last episode. I want my time back. The bar was pretty low. Yes.
Mm.
I need to watch Alita. Everyone was saying that was good.
It's very good. It is
it?
very good.
Oh, okay.
I liked Alita.
Yeah. I mean, it looked good. It looked good.
I don't know if we're ever gonna get a sequel, but
Yeah, I keep seeing that being brought up. It's like sequel. Oh man, boy, I
it
did
came
see a
out in the
sequel
worst
come out.
time.
Remember I told you the last run-in Ninja Turtle story where there's one Ninja Turtle left that survives, and it's all about his story about getting vengeance on the Shredder clan that killed his family. I mean, everybody's dead except for him. And they reveal it in the story, so I'll let you figure that out. But there's a continuation.
Mm-hmm.
So last Ronin 2 is now here, just arrived yesterday for me.
Nice.
So,
I love the first one. I have to start the second.
Oh, it's such a great trailer. If you don't know what it is, look it up on YouTube for a trailer on the last Ronin Ninja Turtles. Oh, if you loved it, if you watched it growing up, oh, you'll be
and
buying
if you
this
want,
one.
they have a hardcover copy with all the first season volumes collected.
Which I will grab.
And he's gonna go get it so he can show you guys.
Yes, because I love it.
Yeah,
Last
I have the
Ronin.
individual issues.
That looks really
Oh, you
cool.
do?
Yeah. I was getting it pulled when it started running, but I want to get the hardcover just so I can use that to read because I want to keep the other ones back for.
Shoot, yeah. I'm not really a fan
We
of
haven't gotten anything.
Oh, but I like the hardcovers better. But you know what? I'll support this.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we haven't gotten any like animated movies series announcements from that because that would be great.
I don't think the movies are doing well. I wish they would show them for more than a couple days.
For the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No. Like anime movies, like hell, Slam Dunk. I'm still pretty pissed off about that. Like I heard about it one day, and the next a few days later, I was like, all right, I got some time before work. Let me go watch it. Not here.
Yeah.
I was like, that I don't understand. I mean, they'll have movies that were doing horrible at the theater at that time. I can't remember what was playing, but I just remember looking at several movies like, this doesn't sell. There's nobody in these seats.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I don't understand that because, like, I have that problem too where I live. Unless I want to drive all the way down to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Sometimes my movie theater will get like the anime movie, but it's there for maybe a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
There was one movie theater that had a choice between subbed and dubbed, but again, it was only there for the weekend. I was like, come on, people.
I mean, if I really wanted to, I would rent out a theater and ask them to play it. I mean, that probably takes a couple $100, but I don't want to pay that much for it. I'd rather just buy the DVD or Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And, you know, anime's doing so well. It just won Best Animated Oscar.
Yeah. Which one?
Kind of like play it longer. Blue Heron.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
The Ghibli, the newest Ghibli one.
It beat out Spider-Verse, and I was like, and then was like Godzilla -1 won Best.
Oh shoot! Oh, you're talking about the other awards. The only interesting thing I saw about that was Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
Oh, I love it. It was so
that was awesome. Them talking about being Batman villains and then talking shit to shoot, what was his name?
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
He's just in the audience like
yeah, come at me. So good.
Oh yeah.
I
wanted them to. I want them to eventually say, "Hey, we're coming out with twins too." Just cause.
Oh yeah.
Don't give them ideas. I'm sorry, is that what you're saying?
Oh, going back to hardcover. Are you guys gonna go to the Villain Saga? Are you guys gonna upgrade? Or are you gonna stay with the?
If I see it for $20, yeah. I'll upgrade, but for right now, no.
See, it's so that one's so weird to me because like I love upgrading, but I'm so happy with the quality of the ones I have.
Yeah.
And normally I will upgrade if I love the series. And I love the series, but I don't have any desire to upgrade, and it's weird. So
see, me,
normally,
it's the height. It's not going to match any of the heights on my other manga, so I'm like, I ain't doing that.
Okay, yeah.
Women in height, man. Y'all are always just stop judging those
I
manga.
like the taller ones, but I'm like, no, I like uniformity on my bookshelf. I don't need this big, huge one.
And,
out of nowhere.
I really like how like all the colors of them too, like the spots. So
yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Geez, where would you put that one, Mark?
What's that?
So where would you put that one? I don't even see room.
I know, right? I probably put it over here by was it Dementia 21? That one's like really big, and I'm like, why?
I get that from a store or something? No.
Do what?
Did you take a display from a store that looks like a store display right there on your left?
Those are like my little figures I unboxed the other day. It's like a shipping crate thing. It's like a figure display box.
Oh, cool! Looks up pretty awesome. I want one.
Yeah.
Oh, she.
Yeah, the editions do look really nice though, but the price is super. And I already have it. Like I already have all of Vinland Saga up here somewhere, so it's like I just don't see like selling them off with everybody else and getting like next to nothing for selling them to buy something more expensive. So
so many things.
And like you said, I'm happy with the ones I got. So yeah.
Yeah, it's like so many things came out this month. I mean, like I said, I just got this little beauty right here. This Ace's story, the manga form, not the light novel, the manga.
Yeah, not to mention like April looks really like heavy with all the releases I want to pick up. So I'm like, no.
Have you seen June?
Oh my gosh, yeah, it just keeps getting worse.
Well, June, there's so much merch coming out, so many Nendroids that I want. I'm just like, oh my god, I can't even buy any manga in June at all.
Yeah.
So many freaking Nendroids.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm still waiting on my Sugimoto from last month, so.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right, so
April's insane.
So we want to dive into Dragon Ball.
We can do that. It's also sad about this. I mean, I'm not somebody. I got into Dragon Ball later than most people, but it's only 68. That's the crazy part.
Oh wow,
that is 28 years older than me.
That's not scary old at all.
Yeah.
In this day and age, that's not old. That's the new 40.
I don't know if it was Colombia or Mexico, but they did like a parade and tribute for him.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting here going, this is how far-reaching his character's gotten. Like, it's like, to every corner of the world, almost everybody knows what Dragon Ball is.
Yeah.
And you don't watch it, know what Dragon Ball is.
Yeah, the lifestyle too had to have taken a toll, and I think that had to be what it was.
It says in here he passed away Thursday, March 7th, due to a acute subdural hematoma.
Oh shoot! Okay. That sucks.
He started with mainstream recognition for his sci-fi comedy Dr. Slump, published in Weekly Shonen Jump from 1980 to 1984. In 1984, he began publishing Dragon Ball.
Now I heard the box set for Dragon Ball, so I'll finally get around to reading that one. But Dragon Ball Z was the thing that I watched in high school. I mean, you watched you read Dragon Ball, right, Carrie?
Yes, I actually I like Dragon Ball. It's I know a lot of people prefer Z, and I like Z too, but I just kind of like the way they introduce the characters with Dragon Ball, and you kind of have like this growth with Goku starting off as like the kid who falls from space, and you're kind of like, it's kind of funny because you're sitting there going, it's almost like a Superman comparison.
Oh.
That looks like I'm getting
Getting
ads
ads.
popping up.
First manga available
And
over there.
it's kind of like almost like a tribute in many ways to like the Monkey King and also Superman and so many other stuff. Plus, you got that comedy with this kid who's just kind of like growing up in the middle of nowhere, and then suddenly he starts meeting people, and he's getting into these fights. He's helping defend them, and then plus, I love Bulma as the younger version, where she's all really snarky, and I'm a super genius, and she meets what's his name, Yamcha, and she's just like all like teenage
Oh, Yamcha.
girl in love. Yeah, just staring at him, and he's like a jerk when you first meet him.
Oh yeah.
He's out to rob them, and then he locks eyes with her, and it's all over.
Now let's say Dragon Ball. I'm trying to think. I think I've seen anime movies before that, but really the first series I got into was Dragon Ball Z, and that was back for me. That was back in high school. I absolutely loved it. My brother started watching it before I did, and
Yes,
I
I
actually
think
didn't
that's
want to give
right.
it the time of day, which was weird. But when I started watching it, I was like, "Oh my god, I really like this." And I also high school had trouble making friends as I started off in a new city and didn't know anybody there, but I was able to find people that really liked Dragon Ball Z, and I jumped into conversations and made a bunch of friends with that. So that's why Dragon Ball really it has a special place in my heart. And I also just like ran home whenever school was out just so I can go watch that. And Toonami, that was the thing that we used to watch.
Yes.
It was a Gundam Wing. What was the other thing? Tenchi Muyo, and then obviously Dragon Ball Z.
Orphan.
Was One Piece part of that? I could have sworn.
No, I think that was with what's my favorite, Fox.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
I don't even remember his name.
I don't either.
It was the 4 kids. It was one. You had Naruto though on there, and then Bleach.
Oh yeah.
Later. Yeah, no, One Piece I think was on the 4 kids, which was a nightmare.
I must have watched the Frieza arc like 20 different times because they would always get to a certain point in the series and then they'd restart. Then they get to the same point and go add a few new episodes and then start off. I was like, it pissed me off to no end. All right, the Dragon Ball books have
basically even the first manga.
Yeah.
I think the anime though introduced a lot more, in my opinion, in the West. And because of Toonami, you got the Dragon Ball Z. I think was just the one that blew up.
I thought what about Dr. Slump? I think what was that the name? Wasn't that out beforehand?
Yeah, Dr. Slump was the other one.
Yeah, I hadn't read that one at all.
I have not either. I should check it out. And then there's the other one. What was it? The theater one with all the short stories.
Oh, Manga Theater.
Yeah, Manga Theater.
Honestly, I'll be honest. That one sat on my shelf for the longest, and I had no interest in reading it. And every time I tried to read it, it didn't catch for me. I'll be honest with that. But everything else is good. Dragon Ball Super. Catching up with that one finally. I'm doing a weird order here. I probably should just stop and just put all my efforts into reading Dragon Ball when it gets here.
Right. I kind of noticed this, like, with the Dragon Balls, and correct me if I'm wrong, like, the first Dragon Ball was kind of like this kid introduction to a origin story of a superhero. Dragon Ball Z was just full-out tournament battles.
Yeah,
and then when you get into, power-ups, and then when you get into Super, there's a lot of family element in that. You still have the tournaments, but you have, like, this whole, with, Vegeta adapt to being a father and then trying to deal with now being an earthling and also without trying to actually express it, protect that family he now has because he knows what it's like to lose everything. Yeah. And there's these comedic moments of where he's doing very domesticated things just so he can keep threat away from his family.
Mm-hmm. I really love that in Super they took characters that have basically been sidelined for years and
Yes,
brought them
that's
back
another thing.
to actually help out and be relevant. I really appreciated that. So.
Yeah, but I do love that the Vegeta family dynamic in this,
Yeah,
and him fighting with Goku, who just shows up, and him calling Goku out as being probably one of the worst dads. It's like you just
yeah.
show up after everything.
So,
I know there's another one coming out. What's the one coming out? Where
Sandland.
they turn back into kids.
Oh shoot! I just saw one trailer for that, and
It
I
starts with
hadn't
a
seen it
D.
again.
Where they all act somehow get turned back kids. The kids have to help. Their kids have to help them get turned back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks really cute.
Interesting. Why are they always turning them back into kids? So, I always want to hit the reset button on these guys.
Maybe it's what's more popular. I don't know in Japan. I'm not sure. I'm just guessing.
Yeah. It's like just
Oh,
make their kids the lead characters. No, it's probably not that simple, and probably would
no.
bomb. That's probably
Yeah, I
weren't
mean,
they
I
trying to
love
do that with
Trunks
Gohan
and
and on his way
Gohan.
back? Yeah, I think they were
I,
somewhere they were saying they were trying to go and make Gohan the lead character, but that
and I
they,
love that arc when he was the teenager. I love that arc where he could develop the superhero persona and everything.
Mhm.
I thought that was a great arc. I thought, it was,
uh
okay, this is a great way to pass it. But then they brought Goku with the whole tournament thing, and then you're like, okay, so we're going back with Goku.
mhm.
I know this is Mark's favorite character.
Because it is a cat.
Yep.
That's the
No,
other
he
thing
was
I love about
hilarious.
Super. Him and Super, the whole, like, he comes off as this big threat, but then after a while, like, Bulma's even tricking him into babysitting.
That's wild too. It's like I tricked a death god into watching my kids. That's a manga title right
Yeah.
there.
Like,
And I think that's
flexible
like what I
parenting?
like is there's
Yes.
kind of you have almost this slice of life like, and then you have like the shonen in there with
Mhm.
Super.
Jeez.
But it's just so
But yeah,
sad.
that's gonna be my
Can
thing
we
this year.
not
I
have
will
anybody
get caught
else
up.
go this year?
Yeah, like I said,
Yeah.
everybody we gotta watch out for our mangakas now. It's like stop.
Oda better have notes. You better have
Yeah.
backup notes.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're grateful for having those notes about Berserk because I need to get there. I keep getting to a certain point where there's just so much nightmare fuel I can get before I have to put it down. It's like, all right, like this is good, but this is gonna keep me up at night. It's
You've been
good.
dreaming he's there. Oh
It's
man.
like where I'm at. I don't know if it gets any better. It's just like Guts, the main character of Berserk, is constantly pursued. He'll maybe get a few winks of sleep, and they'll wake him up. I mean, everywhere he goes, these spirits and everything follow him, and he's having to fight nonstop. So yeah.
All right.
What else we got?
Should we get into
Yeah,
the top five?
we can get into that. All right.
So
Who's gonna go
tonight we're going
first?
to talk about top five of our first mangas we've ever read. So maybe we'll switch it up. Maybe we should go down to Mark first. Are you
Okay.
ready, Mark?
I'm
All
ready.
right, go for it, Mark.
So my very first manga that I ever purchased and read was Orange. And
Oh,
I
okay.
did buy the box set, but I kept the original first volume I ever bought, or omnibus, but it was the first manga I ever bought and read. Yeah, I loved it so much that after I read this, I went to go get another one. So, and this was way back in like 2018. So it was a while ago, and I was pregnant at the time, and I had the worst morning sickness, but it lasted all
Oh,
day long. So somebody told me, why don't you read? I'm like, I don't read. I don't read stuff. I'm not a big reader. And they're like, it'll really take your mind off something, the nausea. I'm like, okay, because I tried everything and nothing worked. So I was like, okay. And my husband, he was like, hey, there's this store called Book Off, and they have like, DVDs and books and whatever. And I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. We were on vacation in San Diego, and I went to Book Off and found this, and I'm like, okay, that back sounds interesting. It's like a sci-fi kind of romance type thing. We'll check it out. And it's a comic book. I'm like, not a whole bunch of words. So, I mean, win-win. I read this and I was just blown away. I was like, how could this like make me feel so many things? Like I was just blown away by this kind of medium. And so yeah, I was like, okay, I need to go get more. And yeah, the rest is history.
All right, Bizarre, you're up next.
Okay. Guess I'll do my first manga that I ever bought as well to follow up with that, and that is No Need for Tenchi, Volume 2. Yeah, so this is actually not I lost the actual volume, but this was it was Volume 2, so I had to rebuy it. But the reason why I started with this one is because my friends in middle school introduced me to Tenchi, and I first went and got VHS tapes of Tenchi Muyo and Tenchi Universe, and the two different animes, but I didn't know anything about anime, so I was watching them all out of order, so I was a little bit confused. And then I went to the bookstore, and my favorite character in the Tenchi franchise was Mahoshi, and since she was on the front cover, I was like, I'm going to grab Volume 2. And and then it went crazy from there.
Oh, shoot. All right, so my first 5 manga. The first one, I haven't bought it yet. I'm waiting for a good deal, but the box set for the first box set looks like it's coming down in price, so I might get that soon. But yes, Naruto. I started off with the anime and wanted more, and I wanted to bypass the filler. So I started reading it. Let's just say I jumped in a boat and sailed some seas. But yes, I started reading it there, and I absolutely loved it. I was so far ahead, and it was just grating to wait every week for another chapter to come out. But yeah, this got me into really considering owning manga. But there was a long period of time before I actually started. But this right here was the first time I was actually reading it.
Nice. All right. I had like a weird start into manga because my introduction to a lot of these was first with anime. And I would say the first one I actually bought and read was Samurai Champloo because I had watched the Cowboy Bebop anime, loved it, and then I found out this was the same person. And then I was in back when Borders was still around and they had that manga section. I noticed they had Samurai Champloo and I picked it up. And I liked it. I didn't continue buying the series because I was more into the anime, but it pretty much was more beat to beat with the anime than I was expecting it to be. I don't know what this is about. It's about 3 individuals who are from very different backgrounds. You have a girl who's looking for her father, and she teams up with a Ronin samurai, and also this rogue warrior who's kind of like all over the place. And him and the samurai guy don't get along, but they agree to help her find her father. And if you like hip hop and you like cowboy bebop, you should definitely check out the anime. I don't know if this is still in print. I wish I never got rid of them. I should have held on to them, but yeah.
I remember that anime. It was good.
I love that. Yukin was my favorite character. He was such a wackadoodle.
Oh, right. It's me. Okay. Yeah, I watched anime when I was in high school. So I watched the Toonami and everything. And I had a couple friends that were into anime, like Evangelion, Escaflowne, and Fushigi Yugi. So at the same bookstore at Book Off in San Diego, I found this volume. It's by the same mangaka as Fushigi Yugi. So I'm like, well, I like that one, so I'll pick this one up. And that is Absolute Boyfriend. And the premise on this one is just hilarious. It's another like kind of like sci-fi romance. Apparently I was into that, like first off. But this is about a girl that doesn't have like a boyfriend, and she meets somebody that says they can like deliver a boyfriend to her door. Well, this guy shows up in this like box and he's naked and just the shenanigans, like he's kind of like a robot, so it's kind of like Chobits but opposite. So it's really funny. I haven't read this since, so I'm really due for a reread, but it was a lot of fun. If you like comedy, I would totally pick this
And
up.
just to let you know, there's a drama,
There's a what?
a Japanese drama.
Really? Of this?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I'm
Were
going to
batteries
look for it.
included?
Batteries? I mean, he woke up fine, so I'm assuming so. But like her art is just gorgeous. She was a member of Clamp, so you know the art's amazing. Whoop, I'm going the wrong direction, but yeah.
Looks good. Bizarre.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with Mars. This was the first manga that I ever completed, like in full. I got the full thing of. So I thought that was quite special because keep in mind in middle school you don't have a job. So to actually collect 16 volumes of a series is like a huge deal. So I was quite proud of that for many years. So that's why I had to include it in here. But pretty much everyone knows what Mars is about. It's pretty much about a shy girl and falling in love with a bad boy. And yeah, it's really good. So
It is.
I knew it. All the girls want to fall in love with a bad boy. I knew it. So,
Pretty much.
in I think 2020, after the pandemic, we had a lot of time, and I wanted to. I guess I wanted to get into a hobby of some kind, and I started looking at manga because I definitely watched a lot of anime, but I hated that it ended. So I wanted to see where. I wanted to check out manga and probably get some closure on some of my favorite series. So I started looking around first to see, before I did that, it's like see what were the new series that were out that were good. What was everybody raving about? I saw Mother's Basement. He had a video that talked about a couple of them that I really wanted to check out. So I went to Kinokuniya and I picked up. This is one of them, Spy Family. So yes, as soon as this was dropping, I was picking it up. I really love the whole premise. Anya, obviously, we all love Anya and her antics. You have a psychic, an assassin, and a spy all living together, trying to pull off the whole family. I would say cover story. And yes, they don't know about each other's. Like they don't know that Lloyd is a spy, or that Anya is a psychic, or that. I already forgot her name.
Your.
Yes, she's an assassin, but of course the psychic knows about everything. So that's actually pretty funny. I've loved this series since the beginning. I actually have stopped reading it after the boat arc or the vacation, and I need to pick that back up.
I love that their dog has
Nice.
that ability too.
Oh yes, dog can see the future.
Yep.
The Tom Taylor horror story.
Before I start, two things. Just want to remind everybody, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Cool.
Secondly, ignore the dog barking in my background. My brother's trying to catch him and take him out. So if you hear barking, that's why. All right, so kind of like Bo with Naruto. This one I ended up getting into because I was trying to skip the fillers on the anime. And let me tell you, the anime has some really unnecessary fillers. A lot of it. A lot. So this would be Bleach. So I decided to start reading the manga instead, just to get away from all that filler. I do have some of the box sets. I do need to get some more because I did have to sell some stuff to Link. But if you don't know what this is, it's about a boy named Ichigo who can see spirits, and one day he witnesses a spirit that's trying to attack another ghost, and he bumps into a Shimigami, and eventually unlocks his own ability to become a Shimigami, even though he's a living being. So that would be the one. Bleach is hugely popular. They just brought it back on, I think it's Hulu. It's the 1,000-Year Blood War. And the animation in that is just superb. So I do recommend it. All right, Marg, you're up.
All right. In that same shopping trip, I picked up Eucharism. And this one is about a author right here. And he has the ability to like slip into his past life. And he is like a well-known like courtesan from the Edo period, I think it was.
Oh.
Yeah, the Edo period. So when he like passes out, he goes to relive his past life as a courtesan, and
Wow.
it gets pretty crazy. And like he's going back and forth. This I found the whole thing, all 4 volumes at Book Off, so I just picked them up. I think the art was the main thing that drew me to it because it's so
cool.
good. And it's very dramatic, and it's funny too because this guy just passes out like randomly to go live his past life as a courtesan. So there's like some differences because he's, a male in the future and a female in the past. So there's some funny stuff that happens with that. But
shoot.
Yeah, it's really good. I think you can still find this on Amazon for a pretty good price. I've seen this pop up every now and then, and it's pretty good.
It actually sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I'd say Tokyo Revengers a little with the time time jump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, Bizarre, you're up.
Okay, I envy you. It is actually a manhwa, but I remember sitting in Borders and reading like all the manga, and this was one of them. I read like many years ago. But yeah, it's pretty much about these four high school girls and how they're all connected, and just their. Sorry if you can hear my dog scratching at the door. Just how all these 4 high school girls are connected, and it's very dramatic, and it was unfortunately never finished, so that sucks. But yeah, but it's really good. I really enjoyed it. So yeah.
Oh. All right, everybody. So the second thing that Mother's Basement was talking about was a series that I didn't know how much I would love after it finished. Chainsaw Man. Yes, this was a part of it. So it's the Kino Kaniya. I picked up not only Spy Family, but also my first volume of Chainsaw Man. That was such a great day. I remember reading this and just saying, wow, I have been missing out. So yes, love this story. It has an anime. If you don't know what this is about, you don't even need to take my word for it. Just pick it up. Just start reading a few pages and see if you don't just love it. Or not everybody loves it, but for the most part, a lot of people love it just from the very beginning.
Yeah, it's madness.
Yeah,
that first volume is bonkers.
I would say this second part leaves me, I don't know, yearning for the first part one, because I don't know what they're doing with this, with where they're at right now.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the second part, but this most recent, I think it was 14 that just dropped.
Yeah,
I was kind of like, okay, that was something I read. Like, I don't know.
These last few chapters that they shot out seem to be kind of a return to where they were in part one. They were return to form, yeah. So I've enjoyed it again. So you might start seeing that in volume 16, I think.
I'll have to start reading the second part again. I was really like annoyed. I was just like, I didn't like the direction they were going into, but then I've heard people saying it gets better, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll try it again.
Yeah.
Oh, the OG version of Trigun. I didn't read that one. I'm waiting for that hardcover to come out.
Too.
Can't wait. We still don't even know
if
it's going to be like yellow.
Delayed.
Yeah.
Yes, the soundtrack was also good on that.
Yeah.
You notice like some of the older animes had some really cool freaking soundtracks.
Yeah. But let's not discount the newer ones. I mean, like I say, Attack on Titan had some great ones. Vivi was also, I still listen to that.
All right, this next one, it's a series that unfortunately didn't get to be finished because the mangaka died. But I got into this again because of the anime, and then I decided to pick up the manga. And it is Trinity Blood. It's about, there's an anime, again, it didn't finish, so like the ending of the anime was kind of rushed. They are these special priests that work for like these kind of aristocratic vampires and kind of like the bad vampires. And his sidekick is this nun who plays an important role later on that doesn't unfortunately get finished. But I thought it was really good, and the anime very beautifully stylized with the animation and art. But unfortunately, it was one of those series where I was just like, damn it.
Is that when Tokyo Pop went out? Is that why it didn't finish? Is that when Tokyo Pop went out? Oh, okay.
Well, the mangaka passed away.
Oh.
So. Yeah, but yeah, I thought it would be like a really great series, and unfortunately. All right, Marg, you're up.
All right. I don't remember much about this one, but I remember I liked it. It was Imadoki. Imadoki nowadays, same mangaka as Absolute Boyfriend. That's why I picked it up. Again, I picked up the whole thing at the book off. It's a school, it's like a high school romance. I don't remember. I know she like moves from a small town to like the big city, I think. And she meets this boy, he's mean to her, and they become like friends, and then they become like a couple. But I don't remember much else. So I remember I loved it.
Manga, like every shoujo manga of that time.
Yeah, I need to reread this because
the boy hates him.
A lot of nudity.
Huh?
It's like, that's a lot of nudity. Like, what?
Well, the other one was, yeah. But yeah, I remember having a good time with this one. It's cute. So I need to reread it because it's been some time.
Yeah.
Since 2018, you know.
Oh shoot, yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Okay, so another one that I read in Borders, Paradise Kiss.
Oh.
Yeah, so I absolutely love this one. I've read it a couple of times now. pretty much about this fashion club school, and yeah, really good.
I'm reading Nana right now, and it's
I
so
love
good.
that.
Funny thing was, when I picked up my first manga, they were like, if you enjoy this, you're going to love Nana. And I was like, okay. I didn't know what they were talking about. And once I figured it out, Nana was like out of stock. And I was just like, I should have got it.
Yeah, I noticed all your 5 stars on Nana. On your,
oh man, it's so good. It's so good. I like it more than
Wonder
Paradise
Kiss.
Kiss. Like, I like Paradise Kiss.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the end.
I think I like Paradise Kiss more just because of the nostalgia. You know.
Yeah.
But I love Nana so much, and
yeah. I'm so jealous of your
I got
Nana
into Paradise
figures
Kiss
now
because of the
because I
anime.
want to get them.
Well, you should get them. They're only like $100 each.
Well, I saw one on Amazon for like $60, and I should have grabbed it.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I was just like, dang it.
Yeah, they're re-releasing them on and the ones that are re-released, I noticed that they were like $275, and I'm like, whoa.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, Moonbeams, I sold my collection on Nana.
What?
Really?
It's just so good and so dramatic. I love it.
I don't like Nana
scene.
1. Nana 2 is awesome. I love her.
Yeah.
The 2 from the punk rocker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that too.
Yeah, the other one was like, oh my god! I was like yelling at the manga. I was like, oh.
Yeah. The
She
boy
can be
crazy
frustrating.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So after I was done with the first 2, I needed to go buy more. So I was at Barnes and Noble with my family, and then started looking around. Noticed they had manga, and found one that really popped. I thought it was kind of interesting. I like dungeon crawlers, and sure enough, I ended up absolutely loving this one. I got into a thing where it became a challenge to find these. Just anywhere I looked, they were either sold out or just not out of print. They were just out. And this has an anime right now, so if you know nothing about it, Netflix has a very faithful adaptation of this, where you have a team of people that are going into a dungeon to rescue a team member who are low on supplies, that are basically resorting to eating the monsters in the dungeon, and they team up with a man named Senji, who's got this beard right here that kind of teaches them how to make gourmet meals with the monsters. It's actually really funny, and I've absolutely loved it. One of the most interesting chapters is finding out how they can eat living armor. So a lot of it makes sense too. So, but yeah, I started buying a lot of manga because I started taking my kids to school, and waiting in the car was boring. So I had to figure out some way to entertain myself, and it was buying manga.
I don't know if you've noticed, but most of my choices back when I was first getting into manga were kind of more darker.
Oh yeah.
Bleach was the closest to shonen. So this next one, I was also on a vampire kick, especially when I was in my teens. And this one, I really enjoyed the anime, so I ended up starting to read the manga, and that would be Hellsing.
Yeah.
You don't know what Hellsing is. It's about this vampire that works for this special group for the British government who hunts other vampires and other demons. He, during a mission, comes across a female police officer who accidentally gets shot, and wounded, I should say, and he decides to turn her and make her his sidekick. Now, his name is Alucard, and if you know anything about vampire lore, you'll know what that really means. So, I do recommend Hellsing.
That's cool. Right. I saw that in the store the other day, and I was so happy that it wasn't like I'm so happy they still have like the singles out, because again, those big deluxe editions. But okay, so my last one is was it Blackbird? So I don't know. I don't remember where or when I got this, but it was, after I read what I had. This is like trash, but in like a good way. Like, it's about this girl. She wants a normal high school life, which when they say that, it's not going to be normal because stuff happens and these demons are like after her, and her childhood friend. It was a childhood friend. It was somebody saves her. I think it was childhood friend. Somebody saves her from these demons trying to eat her and gain her power because her blood, there's something special about her blood. I don't remember what.
Is it true?
But what's that?
Is it true?
Well, apparently in the there's some stuff that happens in this that were kind of a little racy. But I couldn't stop reading
I was writing that.
Yeah, that's right.
Add to cart. Mark calls it trash. It's my treasure.
Yeah, it was so good. I don't know, and I didn't know that, but it had a box set. But I bought all 18 volumes outside of the box set, and then I found out there was things called box sets, and I'm like, are you kidding me? But yeah, it was good time.
Wait, I think I saw that one. It was like $90, and I was like, I don't know anything about this, and that is really cheap for a box set.
Yeah. Oh, I remembered a part. It's like her childhood friend, like if she gets cut or something, he can like lick where she gets cut and she gets healed. That was the part that was like kind of racy. Like, yeah, you can see he's kind of like licking where she got wounded, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, it was like eye roll, but I just had to keep reading to find out what happens.
Like, this is trash.
This is trash, but
I can't believe this.
It was fun. Fun trash.
It's like Bo constantly adding his part. All right, Bizarre.
Okay, so my parents didn't believe in cable growing up, so I had the WB20. If anyone remembers, was it 4Kids? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had like Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff, but they had an edited version of Card Captor Soccer on it, and so when I watched that, I went out and got the manga for Card Captor Soccer, and fell in love. So this is like my favorite manga of all time. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I remember that.
All I remember is I love it. I love the yellow mouse character with I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I tried watching it again because I found it. I was like, "Oh crap, I love this series!" And then I was like, "Something's off." And then I found out the character that I listened to when I was younger is not the character voicing. I'm like, what the hell happened?
Yeah,
like that's not one for kids.
Yeah, well, it's crazy because like when I say my favorite anime list, it's the dubbed edited Card Captor. Because I enjoyed the other one, but it wasn't as good as, the nostalgia. So, it's funny that I like the edited one better than the original. But I don't know. It's just what I grew up with. So.
Yeah.
Well, cool. So again, I was reading manga in the car, and I was running out of manga fast, so I needed something that was a good read, but also had more than only a couple of volumes. I had heard that there was a series that was long running, had thick volumes, and they were hardcover. I was like, oh, okay. Well, let me check this one out. It had good reviews. Here we go. Vinland Saga. You have a Viking story. Young boy is out for revenge for against the man who murdered his father, and is actually teaming up with him and taking a position in his crew, with the prospect of getting a chance to properly fight him to the death. And this kid goes from innocent young boy to ruthless killer. And if you keep reading, there's more character development here. I absolutely love this series. the volumes are freaking massive, and for what you get for, I think I was getting them for like $13 at Right Stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was,
R.I.P.
yeah, R.I.P. It was good value. But yeah, for right now, I'm not getting the updated versions unless, again, if I see it for $20, I think I'll upgrade
Yeah,
for
if there's
that.
a sale, I might pick them
Mm.
up. Okay. Are we on the last one?
Yeah, that was
Yep.
my last one.
Okay. So this one I know nowadays it's controversial because of what's happened with the mangaka, but back in the day, because I'm old,
Mm.
it was out. My friend was really big into it, and I didn't think I was going to be interested in all because I thought it was just going to be another like shoujo romance thing. But she get me into reading it, and I actually enjoy this series a lot. I don't buy any of the new stuff. I haven't even really watched the new anime version of it, because of what's
Mm.
happened with the mangaka. But I have to say, one of the first and the final one I have on my list that I read first time was Rurouni Kenshin.
Yep.
Um, if, of course,
Yeah.
if you don't know about Rurouni Kenshin, he is a assassin samurai who has notoriety as being the best swordsman around, but something has happened without spoiling anybody who wants to read it. And he's kind of like walked away from killing people, so he develops a sword that has a backward blade where it won't cut anyone. And he meets this girl who's in charge of dojo, and they kind of become close, but his past starts to come back and get him.
Mm.
There is also some really great live action movies for this series. I believe they're on
Mm-hmm.
Netflix. I
Yep.
bought them before everything started to happen. I don't have the latest two. I'm kind of debating if I want to buy them.
Mm.
Might just see if they're on sale somewhere one day in a bargain bin and then grab them that way. But the live action does respect the source material a lot. And like I said, there's an older anime and now there's a newer one. I think the newer one's on High Dive, to be correct.
Oh,
So,
Mm.
but Rurouni Kenshin is a good story, but again, with all the controversy, it's kind of hard to tell people to want to really go buy
yeah.
Yeah.
it.
And like, I think we had this conversation before a while back. Just for a lot of people that were originally reading that series, they didn't know, and they were fully invested in that story. And to hear something like that come out about the mangaka, that's
hmm
devastating. But you also love the story, and you don't. And a lot of people, for the most part, separate the two. Who were originally reading it now, newer people who weren't aware of it come to it, and I think when they hear that, they automatically like, nope, drop, and they tend to criticize other people. But yeah, again, if you grew up with it and absolutely loved it,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to, uh, I guess, drop it.
Like I said, this was back when I was so nobody knew anything about it yet. I
Mm.
think Oda was still like an apprentice of his. And the
Really?
series that came out, yeah, Oda was like an apprentice of his, along with the guy. I think the guy who did Naruto. I could be wrong, but they
Mm.
didn't know anything about what happened with him either, what he was doing.
Yeah.
But yeah. So this was before anything came out. So a lot of people were really big in the series. The anime was, I think, just like out here in the States, and people were into it, and
Mm-hmm.
it's such a good series. So for it to be tainted so by just what that guy did, it's kind of sad.
I heard the live actions were really good for it.
Yeah.
They're excellent. I have most of them on DVD, and again, before I knew what
Yeah.
had happened.
Could I
I
watch?
mean, they're on Netflix.
Could I watch the live actions without like watching anything else? Does it tell the full story?
Yeah,
Oh.
it does. It's and I have to say they did a really good job with the stunt work and the action sequences. Because I know sometimes if you watch some Japanese adaptations, it can look cheesy, but they
Yeah.
Yeah.
did like a great job. Even McKenyu, who plays Zorro in One Piece, was in the final film as the final bad guy,
Hmm.
and it was the sword work and everything is just great. The story is great. they respect the source material a lot. And like the visual, like the character looks like the character too, and without it being cheesy.
Hmm.
Because sometimes you'll look at stuff and you're like,
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop on Netflix.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah, it's. I think they're all on Netflix now, but you can get the DVDs too.
Yeah.
I've seen them in Walmart.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Oh.
That's wild. All right. Well,
Yeah, so
Mark.
that was our top 5 first mangas we read. So, anything else you guys want to cover? Do you want to just call it in for the night? And
Yeah. Again, I'm on spring break, so I'm gonna try to finish up this haul video. Again, I'm using
okay,
CapCut, the new editing software that is showing some really cool, some promise. There's a lot of cool transitions and effects, and again, the whole thing has been free so far. So as soon as I finish, I'll drop that one. It's going to be heavily edited. I'm going to throw in a lot of stuff and make it interesting. Again, you know my take on manga hauls. I hate the here's what I got,
yeah,
here's the second thing, here's the third thing. So I will be giving information and also going to be trying to do more B-roll and gotta be a little bit more interesting. I gotta shake it up.
understand. You bizarre? Anything?
No, I just filmed my February/March haul. I was gonna separate them, and then they all got mixed together. So, it's over 100 volumes, so it took me like 10 years to film, and I had to keep redoing them. Like keep redoing it because the dogs would interrupt or something. So that was a lot of fun. But hopefully, I got something I can work with. So.
Nice.
Yep. Good
And
luck.
Marg, I know you're kind of taking a break, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of taking a break. Me and Bazaar are doing a one-shot readathon in April coming up.
Nice.
So I think we'll have our live stream announcement thing for that in a couple weeks. Toward the end of
Cool.
March,
Was
hopefully.
it the 29th? Is what
Was
we.
it 21st?
I think it was the 29th. No, like the announcement was the 29th.
Oh, the announcement? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah, you're right. The 29th.
Yeah, it's the one shot's gonna be from the 21st to the 27th. So grab all your one shots.
Yeah.
I gotta join in. I've been meaning to want to jump on and read it because I love them a lot, but like Fridays have been crazy. So
Yeah.
hopefully soon.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna promise anything because right now I'm fighting with my editing software, but I do still have some videos I want to get out. Also, guys, just keep watching Twitter and my other social media because there might be a change for next week's schedule, but I will let you know. It might not be this upcoming Tuesday, it might be the next, but again, I will post about that. In the meantime, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. You are the greatest. Have a good night, and we'll see you next time.
All right,
Bye.
later.